Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NinjaTrader Ecosystem webinar room with Easy Trading with Flowmaster Plus and Easy Trader with Mike Green of NinjaTrader. My name is Juanita, and I am the platform representative at NinjaTrader. Before we get started with the webinar, I would like to go over a few housekeeping items. This webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Any brokerage-related questions should be sent to our brokerage team using the following phone number or the email address included. Lastly, if you are new to NinjaTrader, please make sure to sign up for a free live NinjaTrader demo with real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. Before I turn the mic over to Mike, it's important to understand that there are substantial risks in trading futures commodities contracts and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all funds deposited with your initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Also, please remember that these training sessions are not a solicitation nor a recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Thank you again for joining us, and without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader room, Mike of NinjaTrader. Thank you so much, and take it away, Mike.
Thank you very much, Juanita, and thanks to everybody for attending our webinar, and a special thank you to NinjaTrader Ecosystems. Let's get started. I'm going to go through the PowerPoint pretty quickly because I want to get to live charts so that we can see stuff as it's happening right now. But we're going to go over our Easy Trader Plus, and we're introducing our Flowmaster Plus with a special reversal setup that we'll be showing you toward the end of the presentation. And echoing what Juanita said, all trading does involve risk, and she went over it pretty thoroughly, so I don't think I need to go through that pretty much again, but this presentation is for educational purposes only. We have our complete disclosure agreement on our website. Here's your team. My name is Mike Green. I've been trading for a long time. I am the owner and developer of NinjaTrader trading software, with a big assist by John Reeves, and Tim Hutton has been with us about a year and a half, 2 years now. Let's start about what we're going to go through. I'm going to be talking about tools and how to apply those tools. And we believe to trade effectively, we need Fibonacci power zones. You need to know areas to trade in. You need to know where the one-to-one Fibonacci extensions are. You need to know where the dynamic order flow support and resistance zones are. But it boils down to you need areas, triggers, and a plan. Know the areas and when to trade, when to stand aside due to choppy conditions, and when to pull the triggers to enter a trade. That's really what successful trading is all about. This is what our power Fibonacci levels look like. These are calculated each and every day. They automatically populate on your chart, and they are quite powerful. We have dynamic support and resistance zones. They plot dynamically as well, and they look like this. We have this is support, and the resistance are in magenta color. We have dynamic trade zones, also quite powerful, and which you find trades bounce off of quite frequently. They also act as resistance areas. Here's dynamic order flow and the various things that come with it. You can see there is delta divergence as a quite powerful indicator. We have volume exhaustion. You have volume exhaustion and delta divergence all at the same time. These can act as quite powerful entry points for trades, and you'll see that live when we get into the live charts. Next thing you have to know about trading is that you besides knowing the areas and where to trade, you have to have some mechanism for when do you pull the trigger. I mean, the biggest fear that most traders have is actually pushing the mouse button to get into a trade. We have several tools. for entering the trade. The three most popular are our Easy Trader Buddy and our Exit Reentry tool and our Trend Points tool. You can see them right down here, and you'll see those in action. Our Easy Trader signal is our granddaddy of our systems. We've had this for over 20 years, and it works as good today as it did 20 years ago. And it's really simple. Green bars, you buy it, and red bars, you sell it. I mean, it's that simple. And the whole trick is knowing the time of day to trade. The problem that a lot of traders have is they think they can trade around the clock, and you really can't. And it depends on the market, of course. But if we talk about the E-mini, the best time to be trading the E-mini is at the open, and from around 3 o'clock to around 4 o'clock. All the rest of the time, typically you'll find it to be quite choppy. Not always, but usually. We have our new Trendmaster signal, which is also quite effective. It's, again, you'll find out that our product and our indicators are all color coordinated. Cool colors like green, blue, cyan are up. Warm colors like red and magenta are down. The yellow is caution. So it's easy to see what's happening. Our Trendex velocity indicator is a quite important indicator. It can help you identify chop and also points of reversal trades, such as right here as it moves into an oversold area or an overbought area. And when you see a setup where it's oscillating like this, that's a clear indication of chop, where it starts to go up, turns down, and turns up again before getting into an overbought or oversold area. It's an easy way to identify a chop, and it's really, really quite effective. We have our new money oscillator, which I'm going to be talking to you about toward the end of the presentation, and this has to do with our reversal setup. And this is like a standalone system. It's one of our three that is very effective. I'll show you how it works and how it did today. We'll look at it and you'll see it. But it's really quite good, and it's new. Our trigger lines also is quite effective. You can see the entries as it cuts through here, clear entries, and this happens every day. Here's something new that many, not new, but most people don't really realize. Our rangefinder indicator and our neural pivot structure is built into our system. And there are 9 different types of pivot structures, and there's more information here than most of you really need. But what our rangefinder does, it will keep you informed as to what the current pivot structure is and what the expected outcome is. And it's based upon this chart. And this chart is provided to you when you join us, but the text is right on the screen, and it tells you real time what the pivot structure is and what the expectation is into the future. Putting it all together into an easy trading system is really what it's about, because what happens is if you get too many things in front of you, you wind up crippled. You can't make a decision, and you're hesitant to push the button to get into or out of a trade. And so we try our best to keep our systems and our workspaces look very uncluttered as much as possible, and indicate where trades should be made. So we're going to be talking about the Easy Trader Plus workspace and the Flowmaster Plus workspace, as well as the reversal workspace. So there are 3 different types of techniques that you can do with our product. This is what the Easy Trader Plus looks like. And as you can see, it's pretty simple. Buy, sell, buy, sell. And you can see how the swing is in the Trendex velocity. And it's just really a super method of trading. Here's the Flowmaster Plus, and it's got the triggers on it, and red bars with the Trendmaster, blue bars with up. And this is a technique that can also be used. You will see the text down here where it tells you the pivot structure, and it also tells you what the expectation is. So real time could expect to happen in front of you. It doesn't always work out that way, but it gives you an expectation based upon probability. And it also tells you what the current pivot structure is. And it tells you what the trend is. Like when this says -1, that means the trend is down. When it's a +1, the trend is up. And then it tells you, for example, it says if the close is less than low pivot 2, the direction is down, or if the close is greater than high pivot 2, the direction is up. And this happens in real time. The next task is automation. We have a dynamic order flow ATM entry assistant. And what this is a semi-automatic strategy that enables a user to program an entry pattern with up to 5 different indicators to tell it when to enter a trade, and it will automatically get into the trade with our indicators. Truth is, if you have an indicator that plots an arrow that is native to NinjaTrader, it will work with our ATM entry assistant. It doesn't have to be our product. But most of our indicators do have the arrow programmed into it. Yeah. We have a video on our website that completely explains the ATM entry assistant and just how powerful it is. I'll point that out to you when we get to the web. But the indicators setup looks very simple like this. You can tell it to go in a market on a limit. You can tell it what indicators to use. You can even put them all in, and you can use a Boolean expression and use multiple expressions of it. Without getting into a lot of detail with this, because of the time restrictions that we have, of course, with this presentation, I do encourage you to look at the 25-minute video that we have on our website, and I will show you where it is momentarily. Okay, the Ranger Plus trading system includes the following. It includes the NinjaTrader Plus system, the Flowmaster system, and over 20 Insider Club templates. It's a good point. It's a good time to point out that we hold training sessions for all of our users twice a month, and we call it the Insider Club, and we go over our product continually and give instructions and training on how our product can be used in different ways. But currently, as we speak, we have over 20 Insider Club templates right now that have been developed by us and some of our users. It also includes the dynamic order flow with the Autobot. All the Ranger Plus indicators are included. There's over 50 indicators, that for your own custom workspaces if you choose to do that. But we do give you a starting point. Next, we have on our website the ability for you to watch our product run in real time. And it runs real time every market day, and you can watch it at your leisure. All you have to do is to click on it, and you'll see our NinjaTrader running real time. I'll show you where that is in a moment. Now let's look at some live charts, and what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to move to our website and show you where some of this stuff is, and then we're going to go to the live charts. So this is what our website looks like. We're at NinjaTrader.com, and you just click on software and go to live virtual demo. Here is where you see watch auto entry assistant video. This is the video that I was talking about that will completely explain our ATM entry assistant product. It's a 25-minute video that will give you all the nuts and bolts of how it works. But it does give you the ability to set up complex entry parameters without any coding, and it's easy to use and understanding. You can watch our product run real time simply by going into the virtual demo, and all you have to do is to click on this and follow the directions. If that doesn't work for you, you just click here, and there's a little video on YouTube that explains how it works and how to use it. So that is that, and so I don't think there's any questions on that. So that should be. It is important to point out that this room is unmoderated. That means there's no sound. If you know the rules, it's pretty easy to follow. I would encourage those that are watching here today, if you would like to have a private demo with us, it's simple to do. All you have to do is from our website, just click schedule a private demo, and we'll set you up just like we're doing right now on Zoom, and spend all the time that you would like to spend with us and go over our product in any detail that you wish. And okay, so the next thing to do is for us to move into the workspaces, okay? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to walk through some of the tools that we have, and so that you can see them run in real time. And these tools are individually not meant to be actually trading workspaces, but they're meant to show you the tools and how they work together and how we put them together to be used for executing and setting up trades. So let's talk about trade direction and areas. And what you see here is our fib lines. And you see with these little cyan dots, that is a major one-to-one extension. These little pink ones up here are minor minor one-to-one extensions. The fib extensions frequently act as supportive resistance, almost as strong as fib lines, as you can see it right here. This is live, by the way. This is not a static chart. You also want to see that that we plot automatically the ABC structure. Here's a nice B short that just set up, and that's a very nice setup. And this plots automatically. This is real time, as you can see the time down at the bottom. It looks like the market's closed. I can scroll back, and you can see what that looks like. And here is a resistance area for the dynamic order flow resistance I talked about. You can see there's a resistance that went right up to it and bounced right down off of it. Here's some of the dynamic order flow tools that come with our product. You have the delta divergence right here, volume exhaustion, delta divergence, delta divergence, delta divergence. You can see here's one, just pulls right up and bounces right off. These are quite powerful tools. There are 8 indicators in the dynamic order flow package that come with our product. Next, it's important to have direction and messaging to give you some insight to potentially what might be happening. You can see here it tells you there's an uptrend breakout. It tells you here that that the structure is a BE structure, and we have a document that explains that. It is a -1, so you're expecting a possible down. You can see it's magenta, so you're expecting perhaps a down move and a narrow range. See how I just pulled back? We are closed, of course. And but these messaging systems occur real time as the market is running. Here is a nice tool that we use. This is for people that only want to trade in one direction for the day. And it can be quite effective because part of the problem that a lot of traders get into is that they wind up over trading and they get whipsawed. They go long, they go short, and before the day is over, they've gone up and down so many times they don't know when the end is up. But this tells you this is on a daily chart using our neural direction system. Okay, you can see the neural director here, and you can see this is cyan. So today we have been looking for long trades if you were using this technique. And you can see here that there's the cool colors, here's the warm colors. And this can be quite effective for those that choose to trade that way. Not everybody likes to do that, but it is a quite effective way to do it because it's automatically going to cut your trading in half. Here's the buddy and the reentry and the trend. Okay, here's the easy trader buddy, and you can see when the two dots line up here, you get an arrow down. When the 2 greens line up, you get an arrow up. Here's the exit reentry tool. This is quite a good indicator too for pulling the trigger. Again, cool colors up, warm colors down. And you can see the arrows plot, and those arrows become important for programming the ATM entry assistant to be able to get into a trade automatically. You have your dynamic trade zones. Okay, that's what these zones are. See how it goes up and bounces off? See how when it crosses through the triggers, you get an entry signal. Here's your B short, and very, very effective. Here's the easy trader signal. And you can see the easy trader signal, just to take a quick look at it. This is real time, folks. You know, long, short. There's one that didn't work so well. I won't tell you that this works 100% of the time. I don't think there's anything out there that does, but it is really, really quite effective. And the easy trader has been with us for over 20 years, and really, really effective. Now, the key is not using any single indicator is never a good idea. That's the reason for building workspaces that couple the various really solid methods of trading into a workspace for trading a system. And we have developed 3 of them that are models that we've put together. And we have customers that have been with us a long time, which we call our Insiders Club. And we have over those 20 IC models that we told you that are available to you when you come with us as well. But we have 3 default settings that are good starting points and good solid trading workspaces. Here's our trigger lines. See how it cuts through the price right there and you get an entry signal? Very, very effective. Here's our trend X velocity. As you can see, as it pulls up into the overbought and comes down, goes into the oversold and heads up. That's a very, very effective tool. Here's our DT reversal this is actually one of our trading models, and you can tell it because it's got a little asterisk in front of it. And this is new, and it's using our money oscillator right here. And the key here is in indicating when you get these histograms down here. This is telling you, let's back up, and this is saying to you here, this is, when you start getting this, there's actually 2 setups. There's a more aggressive method and there's a more conservative method. This is a setup here where it comes down. You start seeing this, you get the signal here and you go short. You get the signal here and you go long. Here's a short here. It's very simple to use. See the trades? This is what we call our DT reversal method. And when you're seeing this kind of action here, you're actually in chop, okay? And you see these little white dots here? Those are the indicators to pull the trigger, because you not only have to get the crossover of this coming down here with the money oscillator, it's got to be confirmed with that white dot. A very, very effective method. And here's our trend masters. I mean, it speaks for itself. Here's the trend master. You know, red bars down, blue bars up. It doesn't get a lot simpler, folks. And so that's pretty much what that's all about. What I'm going to show you now, see, it's 4:40. I'm going to watch my time. I'm going to go now to the working models, and here are the models. Here's the NinjaTrader Plus. This is what it looks like. This is what the virtual demo will look like when you go to it. And it's got all the tools that we talked about on it. You know, here's your longs. It's got your fib lines, your extensions. It's got your messaging. It's got your support and resistance areas, and it also tells you information like prior day highs and lows and that kind of stuff. Pretty simple, but it's important to know that stuff. And then here you've got your trend point indicator for executing trades. And this is your trend master's indication here, so you know what's going on. But you can see what's happening. I mean, this is what it actually did today. It's important to also say, probably for those that are should know, you should not trade around the clock. As I said, the best time to trade are typically from the opens. And say here's this morning's activity, okay? And you can see what happened. Actually, it was pretty choppy in here. See how this was choppy today? And it got choppy right through here. You knew this was chop. It came down, and you knew it was chop at that point. and then you had to stand aside until it went down and created a new area, either from the overbought or oversold area. In this case, it was the oversold. So your next trade that you were looking for was right there, and there it hit, and it hit right before 10:30. And I would point out that in trading, it is important, we believe, that you have a daily goal and per contract, whether it's 5 ticks, 10 ticks, 15, 10, whatever, that you should have a daily goal. And once you reach that goal, you should quit trading, because trading has a tendency to take away what it giveth you. That's the only way to say it. And because nothing in trading is guaranteed, because it is a matter of probabilities. And if you work with good tools and trade in the best times and do your best to stay out of chop, your possibility of getting to your goal is enhanced by doing that. And once you reach that position, you should quit trading real money. Here is the Flowmaster Plus, and you'll notice on the Flowmaster Plus, you can see the blue and the red, and you can see the Flowmaster down here with these dots to help you re-enter as well. And this has got the money oscillator on it and the trend X on it, so you can see areas of possibility. I can't go into the nuances of all these because of the time restrictions, but the charts are all color coordinated, and once you understand the tools that are on these charts, it becomes a matter of learning how to use them effectively, which we do with our training in the Insiders Club. Probably the simplest way to start is with the reversal trade, which is right here, because it's the simplest setup to follow, and it's going to trade less than the others probably. It is a quite effective way to trade. And the truth is that if you're looking for 10, 15 ticks a day, a system like this makes it relatively more possible to do. And what you use is the money oscillator. You know which direction to trade, and you look for the pivot and the confirmations here. Okay, and it works in and day out. This comes with the product, as you can see how effective that it can be. It does have the Trendmaster signals on it as well. So, and typically what happens is that when these set up and they work, they typically follow through with the Trendmaster signal. Okay, you can see right here. See how you get the signal, and then how it follows through, and the Trendmaster follows through. Same thing here. You get the signal, and the Trendmaster follows through. Here you get the signal, and this one doesn't work so well. But look what it did. It was going right into a fib line, and the expectation was a C short, because you knew you were on an ABC structure. This is part of what we teach you, and that's a trade that you probably would have not taken. But just looking at it, simply put, here's an extreme signal, and what normally happens is that when you get this set up, it almost always follows through with a Trendmaster signal in the same direction. Not all the time, but a lot of the time it does. And let's see. I have, I've gone through this relatively quick, about almost a half an hour, which I'm supposed to do one of you. That was my time limits, look, right? What I would like to do is I would like to get this point, go back to our website. I have gone through this in a manner to show you all the tools that we have and how they can be used. And I would encourage you that if you go to our website, that go to the live virtual demo, and again, watch the auto entry assistant video. Go to the virtual demo, watch it real time. You can do that tomorrow morning if you want to. And I would strongly encourage you to do that, because that will give you a real taste for how our product works. Next thing I want to do is go back and go back to where we were here, and let's move forward. Okay, we've gone through the questions and answers, and And let me go over the questions here. And looks like everybody's been answering the questions. Next step, okay, next step, what do we want to do? You want to watch the virtual demo, you want to review performance, you want to join our group, and request a private demo. Our product, this is what you get. You get the Dimension Ranger Plus, you get the dynamic order flow indicators, the automatic entry modules, and it's all complete, and it's $29.95. Next, special deal. If you order by 11/5, we will take $500 off of that price. It's a very special deal. And when you place the order, all you have to do is in the special notation area, put in their webinar discount of $500. And so you get everything you saw here for $24.95. And that concludes my presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to call John at 605-610-3060 or Tim at 214-926-9266, or you can call me as well. My phone number is on the website. And I do want to thank everybody for attending our webinar, and a very special thanks again to NinjaTrader Ecosystems. And I am finished. Juanita, it's back to you.
Thank you, Mike, for taking time to share with us today. If you enjoyed today's session, we hope that you'll join us in future events. We'd like to remind you that information provided in this was that of NinjaTrader and not of NinjaTrader. All information is for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Again, enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see all of you in future webinars. Happy trading from everyone here at the NinjaTrader room. Have a great day.